When Neve Schulman, a New York photographer, receives a Facebook request from a child named Abby, he has no idea what wild journey he is about to embark on. Not only does Abby send Neve an unusually skilled painting based on one of his photos, he begins an online relationship with the rest of Abby's family, including her older sister, Megan. Although things aren't becoming what they seem, Neve continues his online relationship with Megan, resulting in a road trip to meet her in person, where the story just gets more bizarre.
Weekly Bazaar. Hello, friends and family. Welcome back to another episode of Weekly Bazaar. I'm Jessica.
I'm Montana.
And if you're new here, hello, welcome. We've been waiting for you.
Third time's a charm.
Hopefully. So if you wonder what the hell she's referring to, this is the third time that we've tried to record this damn episode. Welcome to the new year, folks. We're supposed to be leaving all this shit back in 2025. But here we are. Round 3.
Who knows? This could, if it even goes terribly wrong, we could be on the 4th and 5th take by now. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. You're getting a little pixelated. Things are a little sketchy. At least I can hear you this time. Like last time, we actually filmed an entire hour. It was like an hour long. And the whole time she was cutting in and out, and I was trying to act like I could hear everything she was saying and like filling in the gaps. It was horrible. So I'm kind of glad we have to do it again because, yeah, my reactions weren't what they could have been. So, yeah.
Well, you've heard half the story, so you still need to act surprised.
I mean, yeah, I only heard half of it, so it's going to be like brand new all over again. Well, not all over again, just brand new for the first time.
Oh my gosh.
So last time we did this, we were talking about the snow, how buried we've gotten. It's been crazy. You guys buried out there? Are you safe? Are you warm? I think we kind of got lucky because we didn't lose power up here in Ohio that I know of. I don't think anybody did. I think the ice storms were more south of us. So,
I mean, it hit pretty much what the Midwest, or maybe everyone but Florida. So I think if you're not in Florida, it hit you, maybe? I don't know.
It sounds like there's another storm on the way too, but this one's not going to hit us. So I think it's supposed to go up the coast. A nor'easter, I think is what they call those storms.
I have no idea.
I'm not a meteorologist.
I haven't even watched the news.
There's this dude I watch on YouTube. He's pretty accurate, and I just check in from time to time. If I know something major is going to happen, I'll watch him. And I just saw that he released a new video that said another storm is coming on the East Coast. So prepare, folks.
Hey, a good time to be on maternity leave. I don't got to be nowhere.
Yeah, I went out today for the first time, and I was kind of shocked how bad things still are. Like, it's been almost a week, and everything is still buried. When I was headed to work, there was this one part of the highway that I don't know if stuff was melting, which I don't know how because it's been so cold, but it was wet, and the semi was right next to me, slopping shit up onto my windshield, and I couldn't wipe it away because my windshield wiper fluid's frozen. So that was fun.
That's scary.
And then I get to work, and they hadn't plowed the parking lot. They had.
That surprises me.
It's crazy. I was like, what? It's been days. And so I spent like 15 minutes trying to figure out what the hell, where I was going to park, what I was going to do. And I got lucky that somebody was leaving right as it was time for me to get my ass inside. But yeah, it's been a hell of a winter. I think I jinxed it because I'm like, I'm enjoying this. I'm embracing winter this year. The gods were like,
never hold my beer, bitch.
Yeah.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, and I almost died yesterday of hypothermia.
Oh my God. I know, you text me. I was like, what are you even doing with yourself? Why would you even go out there?
Yeah,
You did that to yourself.
it was a learning experience. I will never do it again. And I don't know, because normally when I take my dog out for a walk, because she has to go out, and like she's very particular about where she uses the bathroom, if you know what I'm saying. And she's like so confused because there's nowhere for her to go. So I was like, I think it'll be okay to walk her around their normal track because it looked like most people had shoveled their snow. Boy, was I wrong. I got almost all the way around the big loop that we go, and the path just ends. But it looked like people had walked on. And at that point, if I had turned around, it would have been way longer. And at this point, we were out way too long because I had already been outside shoveling snow before this. And this is in negative degrees, mind you. So I pick up my dog and I start trudging through this deep ass snow. It was above my freaking knees and I had no idea. And then I start stepping and my feet won't go through the snow. I'm like, what? Because there was like ice on it. So here I am in the middle of like a field of snow with my dog under my arm. I know there's probably like 4 people watching from their windows in their
I would
house.
have.
Yeah, probably like, what is that dumb bitch doing? And then I thought I was going to get stuck. But luckily, I trudged on through, got home. And by the time I got home, my legs weren't working properly. And my upper half of my body was like profusely sweating. And I was starting to get a headache. I'm like, oh God, I've got hypothermia or something. So I flung off all my clothes except for what was on my bottoms. And then I tried to like start massaging my legs because they literally felt like corpse legs. They were frozen, dead legs. And I'm like, oh God. And they were bright red. So I'm massaging my legs and trying to cover them with blankets and stuff. And then they start breaking out in hives. I'm like, what in the hell? And meanwhile, my headache's getting worse. So I, of course, pick up the Google machine. I'm Googling like hives on legs that got too cold and headache. And it showed that it's a rare allergic reaction to cold. So not only can I not be in the sun, I can't be in the cold either, so I'm pretty much fucked.
Or
But
you
yeah,
just don't go trudging through the snow like that in
or
negative
that
degree
too.
weather.
Yeah, that was dumb. Normally I have a lot of common sense, but I don't know. I think I was kind of frustrated yesterday because my dog was like having to go out constantly because she's just so confused about the poop situation, like where she can go. I think I was just losing my patience and wasn't thinking clearly. But I'm alive and I still have
Clearly.
legs.
Well, I'm glad you're alive because this would be very awkward if you weren't right now.
You have to sit a blow up doll next to you and pretend it was me.
Oh boy.
So yeah, that's my winter so far. How's yours been? Peaceful, except for a crying baby.
No, it's not been peaceful.
Warm at least.
Uh, uh, yeah. Well, I mean, we haven't left the house much. So it was
Yeah.
nice because my mom comes over like once a week and she lets us get out of the house. It's like, cool, now I'm back in the stage where I need my mom's permission to go out again. That's
Oh yeah.
annoying. But it was nice. We went to breakfast, just the two of us. So just stuff like that really helps getting out,
For
getting to
sure.
some normalcy.
Seeing the real
Um,
world a little bit.
yeah, and then she's been coming over also once a week to stay the night once a week so we can like just have a night's sleep. So she's been very helpful.
Yeah.
She's a very good village, so I'm very thankful and lucky that I have her.
Yeah. That helps for
So
sure.
peaceful. No, but I was telling Ryan that it's nice to, if this time of year, it is nice to be on maternity leave when you really don't want to leave the house because
Yeah.
this is the most, you know, it's winter time. It's the most cold time of the year, or whatever. But it also sucks in a sense where we can't go on a walk outside.
Mm-hmm.
and see how she handles that. So we talked about maybe just going to the mall and walking around the mall
That's a good
and see how
idea.
she does with that. But
Yeah, it's so strange. I mean, this winter has hit so hard. You go outside, and even if you want to try to go for a walk, there's like nowhere to go. There's nowhere to walk safely. It's crazy.
now, and this time of year last year, I had the bacterial pneumonia. And so
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
paranoid about walking outside when it's super cold because I did that right before I got pneumonia. And like I'm kind of associating that being part of getting it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I've been very paranoid about that. And so it's been a little stir crazy, but the days, like I said, go by really fast. So that's good. And I can see myself being 2 months from now, I'll be like, it was a blur. Like I get
Mm-hmm.
it when parents say it was a blur. It's already becoming a blur. Like I feel like I've been doing this for 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah. It's because you're in that bubble phase, like we were talking about last week. Once you get out of the bubble a little bit, it'll maybe slow down a little bit. I don't know. Time in general just seems to be flying by anymore.
Tell me about it.
Crazy. And then when you have kids, it definitely goes faster.
Tell me about it. So yeah, that's my winter.
So I have a little creepy short story if you want to hear it. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of just, it's not necessarily creepy, just kind of like what the hell kind of thing. So before I left for work today, I went out to start my car, which, whew, my car did not want to start. I'm so glad it did. But I opened the front door, and then we have a glass door. It's like all glass. And there was this, like, it looked like a drip, like something had been dripping down the glass, but it was frozen. So it was like a frozen ice drip. And at the bottom of the door, there was like a puddle where it had puddled, but it was frozen and it was yellow. But it was just, it looked like yellow slush, is what it looked like. And it was stuck to the bottom of my glass door on the inside of it, between my big door and the outside door. It was on the inside. So I look up at the frame of the door thinking, oh, we must have a leak of something. Nothing there. When I opened the door, the entire clump, I mean, it was big. It was like probably at least 6-7 inches across and like 4 inches thick or tall, where it had piled up. And I'm like, what in the hell? And you'd open the door and it just stuck to the bottom of the door. So it was that frozen on. And I didn't really have time to worry about it anymore. Like I kind of looked outside because we have an awning at the front of the house. So I was looking to see if it was leaking anywhere. Nothing. Couldn't see anything. So I go to work, and when I come home, it's completely gone. Like it was never there. And I told Tony about it, and he didn't even know that it was there in the first place because he hasn't left the house. He works in the basement. So that was kind of weird. And all I could think of was the Oakville blobs. Like
I
it
was
was,
literally thinking that right now.
yeah, like it just looked like something like that. Like it was, and the color of it was so strange. Like
But
it
I'm
would have made
thinking
more sense to just
yellow.
be, yeah, like if it would have just been clear like water, I probably wouldn't have really thought about it, but it was yellow. Like
But I'm
yellow
thinking
yellow.
like an animal peed there or something. But why would it be on the inside?
And it was all the way down the glass from the top of the door down. Otherwise, I would have probably been like, maybe, but it was on the inside. It wasn't on the outside of the door. So it was like sandwiched between the two doors. So
Are the
weird.
blobs coming to Ohio?
I don't know. I really regret not taking a photo of it though, because I figured it would have been here when I got home. Otherwise, I would have gotten a photo of it to see what the hell it was. If anybody knows what that could have been, let us know, because I have no clue. I've never seen anything like that before. Very
That's gross.
strange. It
I don't
almost
have an
looked like
answer for you.
somebody dumped a slushie down my door, is what it looked like. Like
So
a
was it more
banana
yellow than
slushie.
pee?
It was like a different kind of yellow. It was like, amber almost, like more on the orangey yellow side. So, I don't know.
I have no
Weird.
idea.
Weird. Maybe kind of like the color of earwax or something like
Ew.
that. Yeah. Something
Maybe we don't want to
nasty.
know what it is.
I know.
Clean your house, yo. I'm
The
just
outside
kidding.
of my house? Fuck that.
You
The
said it
brick
was on the
side?
inside.
It wasn't. It was okay. So we have a big regular door, like our big, thick, can't see through it door. But then we also have a glass door. So you have to open two doors to get inside my house. And it was in between those two doors
Oh,
on
I
the
see.
inside of the glass door,
I see. I
facing
see. I
the real
see.
door. So weird.
Listen, I have mom brain now, so you need to break things down. Very idiotic.
What's new? You got to do the same for me, boo. We're here for each other.
Uh, I know I had two like baby bottles yesterday because she went through one. It's just like little ones for when we're out of the house. And one I thought was like more. So I was like, okay, but if she eats both of those are like 8 ounces. And then my mom was like, no, because it's like 3 and 3 or something. So that makes 6 ounces, whatever. Basically, I still counted something wrong on my hands. So I can't even do math on my hands. So it was bad.
Oh, I did that with medication once when Dom was a baby. Like that could have been real bad. But he was really sick and had a high fever. And the doctors, I don't know if they will do this nowadays, but they would tell me to piggyback ibuprofen and Tylenol if his fever wouldn't break. So, like, give him Tylenol and then 3 hours later, give him ibuprofen or something. And I did that, but I calculated it. I almost doubled each one. And he was sleeping and wouldn't wake up. I'm like, dang, he must really be tired. And I called my grandma and I'm like, something's not right here. And she's like, well, what did you give him? And I told her, and she's like, well, how much did you give him? And we calculated it, and it was like, oh my God, I doubled it. So she came over and we just like kept monitoring him and waking him up, and it didn't seem emergent, but maybe it wasn't quite doubled, but it was too much. That was scary.
Yeah, they did that with me in the hospital after labor.
Really?
They they didn't double it, but they alternate between the two medications like every couple hours, because
Mm-hmm.
they wake you up like every single hour.
Was it pain
Uh,
meds?
yeah.
Yeah.
But my pain, because they kept asking me, like, what's your pain? Like, on a scale from 1 to 10. And I'm like, a 2. Like, I don't really have pain. I just, I'm sore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the difference. So they would just keep alternating it. But, like, do you want the medication? I'm like, well, yeah, I don't feel like I need anything stronger. So
Yeah.
it was fine. I don't know. That's my experience. So I know a lot of women have a lot of pain afterward. I was just very fortunate where I did not. I was expecting to be super sore just based on the positions I was in, but I wasn't. So I was very shocked by that.
Yeah, that's
But
good.
but I will take the ibuprofen and then the Tylenol, like the extra strength Tylenol is what they switch it with. And so I don't know. I was also very
Lucky you.
fortunate. My stomach went down so much
In the
that
hospital?
yeah. So like next day they have to keep checking your uterus and do like a little bit of the fundal, whatever it's called, massage. And then she was just like, there's nothing, look how flat that is. She's like, nothing. And then one of the nurses was like, you were made to make babies. It's like,
Don't get
no.
any ideas.
I was like, no, I'm
Ooh,
one and done. So she's
yeah.
like, your body was meant for it. And I'm like, no,
Ooh.
no.
That sounds like my friend Adria, man. She kept popping out kids left and right. Hers must have been like that too, because she'd pop a baby out and it was like she was never pregnant. Crazy.
No, no,
Yeah. No baby
no,
making machine here.
no.
I definitely was not made for that. My body had a hell of a time the whole time I was
Hey,
pregnant,
I didn't
and
say I was made for it. She said that. And my pregnancy wasn't rough, but it was just the sickness and then the freaking acid reflux was horrible.
yeah.
But When you see my baby, you'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Her hair is growing still. It's growing.
Oh,
I'm like, how does your hair grow it's still growing.
cute.
Her hair goes past the back of her neck. I was like, I don't understand how your hair is so much better than mine, and you're like 2.5 weeks old.
Oh, so cute.
And thanks to Ryan, her unibrows coming in.
I
So
think
I'm
that'll
like,
go away. I think that's
let's
pretty
hope,
common
okay?
with newborns. They get a little hairy. And then I think
Shh.
it gets better as she gets a little older.
Let's hope so,
I
okay?
can't remember. It's been a long time.
Because Ryan still has his.
She might be doomed then. Hey, better that than no eyebrows, you know? 'Cause she can just tweeze them.
That's true. Okay.
I was just thinking the banter this time versus the first time is so different.
I know, because we were talking about Fallout.
Yeah. We were talking about Fallout and the ghoul last time.
All right. Basically, we were talking about Fallout because we're talking about catfishing today.
Oh, yeah.
And this is basically how the show Catfish, if you watch at MTV back in the day, this I think is more of a millennial show, became to be. And catfish basically means, it means someone who deceives you online by pretending to be somebody else. Is basically the term of catfishing. And nowadays on social media, because that's all things are now, is social media. You have AI now, and everything. It's so much easier to catfish people. It's so
Mm-hmm.
much easier to pretend to be someone else when you have all the access to how easy it is. And even bullying, I haven't been in school for a long time, but I've heard from many people that bullying is more online now than it is in person.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. It's just what I've heard.
Well, as a gamer who plays online games, yeah, that's definitely a thing. Like, I don't partake in it, obviously, because I'm 43 years old and it's a bunch of kids, most likely. But you can see it happening all the time just on a video game. So I can't imagine on like social medias.
It's that easy. It's that easy to fall for scammers. There's so many documentaries on it. Like the Tinder Swindler is a big one. And older people are a main target, which is really sad.
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's, you're saying about your grandma.
that's right. Yeah, she is on Facebook because I mean she's got a lot of downtime, so she connects with people through there. And there's this nurse apparently taking advantage of elderly people, selling them a bunch of medications that are supposed to be cure-alls for certain ailments. And not only, we were saying, is it like, how dare you, but it's dangerous because she's like telling my grandma that she can replace her medications with this stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like snake oil essentially. And and my grandma is convinced that it'll work because she's so sweet to her and spends time talking to her and answering her questions and making her feel important and taking her money. So yeah, very easy to do, and it's sick that they prey on these elderly people that don't know any better, and children too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just saw a
And
headline where I think it was on my YouTube feed. This woman was begging for her son to come to be brought back after a Roblox meetup or a Minecraft meetup, one of the two. I'm like, I can guarantee I know how that went. He was probably online making friends on the little kid's video game, and there was some predator acting like a child. And I think it's something that happens all the time on those games. Like, you can't ever be too careful.
I know we were watching a documentary on, remember the show To Catch a Predator
I don't know if I
with
watched
Chris
that.
Hansen? Is it Chris Hansen?
I don't think I watched it.
Basic. Do you know the premise of it?
Sounds pretty self-explanatory.
Basically, they have young girls or boys that are 18 years old. At least they try to use 18, but they can pass for someone really, really young.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
so
yeah.
these men, it's mainly men. I'm not saying it's mainly men, but they try to form this relationship with like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old girl or boy. And then they come to the house, and then like the host steps out and basically catches him in the act. He's like, well, what are you doing here? And it's just,
Ooh,
it's,
good.
but I'm like, great. That's something that me and Ryan have to worry about now.
Oh, yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yep. That's why Tony was always like, I'm so glad we didn't have a girl. Like, yeah, true.
Yeah, but you still have to worry about if your son is going to be part of the problem too.
That's
It can go
true.
both ways, but it's still something that you're like, all right, now I have new fears unlocked just
Yep.
because of all the access to the internet and social medias. And
Yeah, who knows how things are going to evolve too, as far as AI and
oh, it's going to get
oh
worse.
man, yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's already like, I mean, I use AI for some of our stuff, and back in the day, I was using it really heavily. Remember, like just generating whole pictures for based on our stories, and just since then, it has gotten so much better.
Yeah,
It's just happening quickly.
yeah, but so let's not scam people or pretend to be someone else on the internet. Um,
Yeah,
but
don't
that's
be
how we
gross.
but that's how we got on the topic of Fallout. If you've seen Fallout, you know what we're talking about. If not, it's not really spoil anything. It's just really funny that this guy's foot is basically falling off his ankle, and like this doctor is like, "Oh, your foot's falling off? I can fix that. I have something for you to take."
Yeah,
And he does. He fixes his foot. It
yeah,
comes at a price though.
it does. But
But I'm sorry.
you were talking about the guy that plays the ghoul and how you think he looks better as a ghoul.
He does. He
He's the
does.
guy, he's Uncle Baby Billy from The Righteous Gemstones, if you've ever seen it. I don't know if he's in anything else. I have no idea, but
He's in lots of stuff. But it's
yeah.
funny that you say that because I saw a reel of him in that show, like doing something, talking in his accent, whatever. And I'm
Hmm.
like, you look better as a ghoul. I don't care. Like it just,
Yeah, he has an
he just
accent that
does.
he tends to use for every role, kind of like Matthew McConaughey. And but he was the perfect choice for this ghoul guy. Perfect
He just
choice.
looks better as a ghoul. I'm sorry. Even though like ghouls are missing their noses,
Yeah.
he just does. And it's like his face is like burned and wrinkly, but I'm like, what is it about you that like the ghoul works for you? And then they do flashbacks of his normal life, and his like hairline is like all the way back
I
here. His
think
hair is
that's what it
weird.
is. I think it's his hair is weird.
He
And
looks
he's
better bald than
yeah. Yeah, he
and
needs
without
to
a
get a
nose
wig.
apparently.
He needs to either get a wig or just shave his head bald and cut his nose off.
Whatever his actor name is, please don't come for me. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. He just looked better as a ghoul.
You make a great ghoul, just saying.
He
Big
does.
fan.
Huge fan. Just watch Fallout for anyone that hasn't seen it. My
Yeah.
dad recommended it to me, and so we started binging it. It's good. It's a good show. It's entertaining.
um,
Oh, we're gonna go to hell.
you're straight there. I'll
It's
meet you at the
fine.
gate, bitch.
All right, because I don't want to go in by myself.
Me
Social
either.
anxiety and all.
Oh hell no! I'm gonna walk up in there like I own the place. We've already had this discussion. I'm gonna be knocking on the door like, "Hey,
I know you're
aren't you
gonna go to
supposed
the
to let
gates
me in?
like, let me in, let me in. And be like, no, Jessica,
I got work to do.
we're afraid you're gonna take over. You need to leave.
I gotta find the Taco Bell Strangler because he owes me something. He owes me some body parts."
Uh, like
To
the
be
people
continued.
working, be like, who is it? Be like, it's Jessica again. Do we let her in? No.
Send her back. Send her back.
She's even too depraved for hell. Get rid of her. Oh,
Good
boy.
times. Good times.
All right. We ready
We are.
to hear about Neve Schulman?
30 minutes in. If you're still here, congratulations. I wish I could give you an award.
And if I call him Nev by accident, it's because it's literally Nev and it looks like Nev to me.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it
But
should
it's
be
Neve.
Nev. Like, what? Neve? That's a weird name.
It's his
Sorry, no
nickname.
offense.
They call him Neve. It's his nickname. I think it's whatever type of nationality he is, which I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. That was rude of me.
Um,
I'm sorry. I need to take that back. Neve's a perfectly beautiful name.
he's a character. I don't dislike him, but he's very naive sometimes.
So I have a confession to make. The last time when I could barely hear half of what you were saying, I thought when you were doing your intro that he was the one catfishing the family because I only heard bits and pieces of it. And then I figured it out, of course, after some time. But in the beginning, I thought it was the other way around. So,
No. But even on the show, because I started watching the show a bit, and it's so early 2000s, it's fantastic. But um he still has naive to him, and it's just like an innocence to him because even when they're trying to go through all the information, trying to break it down to see if the person's catfishing, when they like tell the story of why they think they're being catfished, he's always like trying to find excuses. Oh, well, like maybe they just did this, or like maybe like he like it's just like he still believes that there's hope for this person, which is kind of cute because he doesn't want them to be catfished.
yeah. And
So,
how old is he? He's 24.
well,
Is that right?
during this, when he was catfished, he was 24, which the
Okay.
show came out not too long after because the documentary was a huge success. So I think he is in his like late 20s on when the show came on. And um I might mention later, but I'll mention it now that when the documentary came out, a lot of people thought that it was fake. And people still believe it's fake.
Okay. That's right.
I don't think it's fake. I think there's some exaggerations to it, maybe, but a lot of the emotions in the documentary I feel are real. So I don't know. Maybe that's me being naive. I personally don't think it's fake. I don't know.
Okay.
You can watch it. You can watch it. It's just called Catfish. So you can be the judge for anyone that wants to watch it. I've already seen it. Whatever. So we're going to get into Neve's story. And like I said earlier, that's how the show became the show. So if you're a big fan of the show, you've probably seen the documentary. And again, how when the time it aired, it's mainly a millennial show. Because you know how MTV during our era was so big back in the day?
It was awesome.
Like now it's YouTube.
Yeah.
MTV was huge, huge during our era. I don't have cable anymore. I don't know if it still is, but part of
I
me
don't
feels
either.
like since you have access to YouTube for music videos now, you
Yeah.
don't need MTV.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not the same as it used to be by any means.
No, MTV was a lot of music videos, a lot of celebrity stuff, but oh, kids today, they'll just never know. All right, so let's get started.
Let's do it.
Now, this takes place over the course of 9 months, so it's a long time. And at the time of the documentary, like we mentioned earlier, Neve Schulman, he was 24 at the time, and he was a photographer. He lived in New York City, and he actually shared an office in New York City with two other filmmakers, and then one was his older brother Ariel, or we'll call him Rel, because that's what they call him in the show as a nickname. And then the other was Henry Joost, which I assume, other than being like another filmmaker, he was a friend,
Okay.
is my guess. Okay. So on August 13th, 2007, one of Neve's photos appeared in the New York Sun. And 3 months after it was in the New York Sun, Neve received a painting of his photograph in the mail. And the painting was from 8-year-old Abby Pierce, a child prodigy, artist in rural Ishpeming. We'll call it Ishpeming, Michigan. Ishpeming. Sorry, guys, if you're from there in Michigan. Ishpeming.
How do you spell
Ishpeming. We'll
that?
go with Ishpeming. It's ISH, so ish, and then Peming, like PEMING. How would you say that? Ishpeming?
That's weird. Yeah. Ishpeming?
Yeah. And
Oh,
they've said it in the
interesting.
show multiple times, but I haven't watched it in a minute since we keep having to do this over and over. So I don't remember how they say it.
Okay. We'll go with Ishpeming.
Ish, Michigan ish. Um, but yeah, so he receives a painting of his photograph from an 8-year-old girl, Abby. And then Abby tells Neve that she puts a strand of her hair in every painting to prove it's hers by her DNA, and she also spits in the watercolors. Maybe it's an artist
Strange.
thing. I don't know.
For an
I don't
8-year-old to say something like that is
exactly 8 years old.
side eye.
Yeah. So again, this is little To Catch a Predator weird. You know, Abby is 8 years old. We talked about this, and Neve is 24. They become Facebook friends where Neve sends her other of his photos so she can paint. And they do have an email relationship, a pen pal relationship, as I should say a pen pal friendship. I shouldn't say relationship, a pen pal friendship that they have. What makes it less weird is that Neve does talk to Angela, which is Abby's mother, on the phone. So Angela is a big part of knowing what's going on. So
Noted.
that makes it less weird.
Kind of.
And yeah. So after a few months of this corresponding with emails, Rel and Henry started documenting Abby and Neve's friendship. And I mentioned before, I feel like they started doing it to, like, I don't know, make it less weird in case something, I don't know. It's a fine line. So I feel like if something
Mm.
goes or happens, they have proof because it's a very thin line of having a relationship with a young girl.
Yes. Which probably shouldn't have been happening in the first place, but you know.
And I mean, on Neve's side, it's very innocent. As we see that, it's just a very innocent thing. But again, if it was my daughter, I'd be like, you know, this is weird to me. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I personally think they started documenting everything just to like save their asses. Like it's nothing weird, whatever. That's my opinion.
If it had been my daughter, my hypothetical daughter, my only relationship with Neve would have been to get on the mic and say, you need to find somebody else to hang out with that's not my 8-year-old daughter. Goodbye. The end.
Yeah, and like to be fair, it was about the paintings because on Facebook you can see Abby's paintings of her painting things and her painting his photographs.
Mm-hmm.
So she just really liked his style. Like I said, Angela's mom, Abby, is very involved in this whole entire thing.
Yeah.
On April 9th, 2008, Neve receives a third package from Abby's mom, Angela. So he's getting packages from Angela as well. And it has t shirts of Abby's brother's band in it. Like the band's called Casualties. So she just sends him t shirts of the band. yeah, at this point in the documentary, we know that Neve has actually been talking to Angela on the phone. So they've been corresponding on the phone. And she's basically just telling him, like, I think it's great that you're allowing Abby to paint your photographs. It's very nice of you, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And one conversation they have, she basically tells Neve that she doesn't know why Abby's art is the way it is and like what the attraction is for some people, and doesn't know like why the prices of her paintings keep going up. And they put some of Abby's work into an estate sale, and two of her paintings sold for $7,000.
Must have been some miraculous work.
And when Neve is, I mean, the paintings are good.
Oh, I do remember you
Like
saying that.
they're actually good paintings for $7,000. I don't understand artwork and why it's that expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go to some art museums and you're like, this is the artwork. It's just art is just it's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's subjective, right? So everyone sees it differently. So when Neve is describing Angela after the phone call, he said she's really nice. She seems normal. She seems to have a bunch of kids running around, and that she must be dealing with it, and that she seems awesome for dealing with it, and her kids are awesome. So Neve and Angela become Facebook friends now. So now he's friends with Abby and Angela. And then Angela's Facebook picture, she's really a beautiful woman, and she has like this long braid. She looks like a model. She's very attractive.
Is she a blonde
And
or a brunette?
it's been a minute since I've seen it, but it's darker than your hair right now and then lighter than mine.
Okay. It's like a
So
dirty
it's like in
blonde.
between blonde. Yeah. She also has a picture of a man named Vince. Vince is her husband, so Vince is Abby's dad.
Good old Vince.
And then now Vince gets involved with Neve and basically sends him messages that he really appreciates Neve taking the time to become involved with Abby, and that she's, very excited and it's very kind and blah, blah, blah. And now he's Facebook friends with Vince.
Odd.
He's just becoming friends with the whole family. So he's friends with Vince, he's friends with Abby, he's friends with Angela, and now he becomes friends with Abby's brother, Alex.
It's a family
And
affair.
Alex sends him messages saying the same thing. How excited Abby is and blah blah blah. And then the final family member he becomes friends with is Abby's half sister, Megan. And Megan, who is also very attractive, she's 19. She's an artist and she's a dancer, but she tells Neve she doesn't do much art, but she does send Neve a painting she did of him.
Oh, she's a
So
painter too.
yeah, I guess art is subjective too. So she's a artist, as in like singer and a painter.
Okay. There's a lot of
She does it
talent in this
all.
family, man. This is a
She
blessed
does it
family.
all.
She wears
Yeah.
many hats.
Yeah. So she does a painting of Neve, and Neve makes a comment like, "Oh, I think she has a crush on me." And so when he gets the painting, he takes a picture of it, and then he makes the painting his Facebook profile picture. And that makes Megan really happy. And so she's just like, "That's so nice of you to do that. Oh my gosh." And so he starts learning more about Megan, because they start corresponding more and more. And he learns that Megan works in a vet office, and she's a musician, like I said. So she plays the guitar, she sings, she's a dancer, she takes ballet, she belly dances.
Where does she find the time?
Hey, listen, those red flags, man, they're waving over here.
I feel the breeze.
I mean, maybe like let's take down the red flags. Let's put like a flag. Like yellow flag, proceed with caution,
I'm not going to say anything.
I know. I had to say it again.
But
Yellow
yes,
flag.
proceed with caution for sure.
FLAG. There's an L in there. Because someone can have all that talent. They can do all that. That could be real. But let's just proceed with caution and be like, maybe that's a little too good to be true, because he even sends her a message. He was like, is there anything you can't do?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. And what
And
was her
she's a
response?
very attractive woman. Huh?
Yeah, that too.
I don't know. They don't.
What are the odds?
I think there's also like a naked picture of her behind a guitar. Like she's very posed with the guitar in front of her, hiding her body.
Oh, this kind of reminds me.
When you did it?
No. But it was the weirdest situation because I actually caught somebody doing it. And it wasn't even, I don't know, they were kind of fooling everyone. So in the gaming community, I was
Catfishing?
yeah. And the way that I found out was kind of hilarious, honestly. But there had been this chick who, and first red flag for me, because I'm not buying anybody's bullshit when it comes to stuff like this. And we would all get in a voice chat together and play, like, do bosses and whatever together as like big groups of people. And except this one chick, allegedly one chick, who would never get in the voice chat. And I'm like, well, if that's your first red flag, if she doesn't want you to hear her voice. And then I see her photos and I'm like, wait a minute, I know this person. So I start thinking about it. Weeks go by and then she posts another photo. And I'm like, I have seen these pictures before. So I'm like, where did I see these pictures? I get on my Pinterest page. And there was a phase I went through like years ago where I was wanting to get dreads. And so I was like, I had a whole page pinned of like different dreadlocks I like. They were kind of like the loose ones that weren't like super big. They were like the really tiny, cute ones. And not that the other ones aren't cute, but it's just what I liked. But I'm talking, it was like at least 5 years prior to this. And it was the chick that I had pinned to my page. And she was using those photos 5 years later, like she hadn't aged a day. Because she was claiming to be half Asian of some kind and half African or Jamaican, one of the two. And the reason that she didn't want to get on the voice chats is because she had a really strong Jamaican accent and didn't want people to make fun of it. But she looked 100% Asian in the photos, which I had pinned to my Pinterest page 5 years before. And I was telling Dominic about it. And he's like, well, I can tell you the first thing that's wrong here, because there was a picture of her like doing a selfie in the mirror so you could see her phone. He's like, that iPhone was discontinued back in like I forget what year. Like, oh geez. But yeah, I mean, it's that easy. And all the boys were like, oh, she's so hot. Oh, look at her, she's so great. I'm like, yeah, she's on my Pinterest page from like 5-6 years ago. I didn't say that, but I didn't want to poop on her parade. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, poop on her parade.
Yeah. Highly doubt it was even a female, if I'm being honest.
I mean, just having the show on in the background of Catfish, man, you got the weirdest stories.
I don't doubt it for a sec.
It's the people that it's just crazy. I don't know.
Sorry for the little side quest there.
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, you can do better than this. Like, and all I did, I think before I even went to my Pinterest page, I Googled it. Like I remember I Googled what I had Googled the first time I was looking for that hairstyle. And lo and behold, like multiple pictures of this bitch pop up. Oh, come on. It's that easy to find your fake person. Come on.
That's why I don't understand the show sometimes, because I'm like, these people could easily do the research and the work themselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that
Easily.
hard to, yeah, it's not that hard to figure out if you're being catfished.
But now with AI, it's crazy like how people can't
That's
tell shit's
true,
AI.
because you can FaceTime. People have FaceTime with AI stuff.
Oh, they
It's,
do?
yeah, because what
Oh my
documentary was
gosh.
it? I forget what it's called, but basically, the woman that was scammed by the Tinder swindler, she created a documentary helping almost like catfish of her own. So she was helping women who were being catfished by these men, like trying to figure out if they were legit or not. And
Oh.
so she was doing Neve's job just with women, with these certain men that claimed to be like rich and whatever, because she's like, I got scammed. I want to help you and to not get scammed. And it was amazing how they were using like AI stuff. And one was using like a voice thing and a FaceTime thing. It didn't last very long, but it was convincing enough for her to
Wow.
see his face on FaceTime, basically. And so you're right. I guess it is more difficult now when we have the technology for it that we didn't have back then. Yeah, there was an episode like early 2000s, like maybe 2008, 2010. I don't know. And then one guy, which actually turned to be legit, that didn't have a phone. He texted with his iPod thing using like a text app. And Neve was like, "Well, how does everyone has a phone?" And I'm like, "No, when I was early in college, not everyone had a cell phone."
Yeah, true.
So now when someone says they don't have a phone in 2026, you're like, all right, that's a red flag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyone can afford a phone. Even if it's like a $50 flip phone these days, everyone can get a phone.
Yes.
So you're right that it is easier now. Stop scamming people, people. All right. So yeah, so he learns all this stuff about her, says, is there anything you cannot do? And she's probably like, nah, whatever. So now they exchange numbers. So Megan and Neve exchange numbers and they talk on the phone for the first time. And her voice is very quiet. And he was like, oh, I just didn't expect your voice to sound like that because it was so quiet. And she's like, oh, does that mean like something's wrong? He was like, no, it's just, it's sweet. It's nice. You have a nice voice, whatever.
Oh,
He's
thank
like
you.
a schoolgirl. Yeah,
Thank you so
literally. They
much,
have to
Neve.
use the subtitles to know what she's saying in the documentary.
Oh boy. This
And you
is
can
not going to
see
end
him.
well.
No, you see him crushing like a schoolgirl. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's sweet, but it's naive at the same time. But I can see why it seems so legit. Like it really does.
Yeah.
And like even when his brother's filming him, he's like, these aren't important conversations because he's embarrassed because he's like blushing when he's talking to her on the phone. My heart feels for the guy because he's full on crushing. I don't know.
Yeah. That sucks.
So Megan writes a song for Neve where she's singing backup vocals because she's a singer and she has a wonderful voice.
She sing like this too. Tiptoe through the tulips.
By the window.
Tiptoe through the meadow. That's where I'll be.
I just knocked my
butchered
trash
that.
can over, so I can't tiptoe. I'm too loud. God damn it.
We're getting too rowdy over here. Oh, God. Can't take us anywhere.
I can't even sneak up on someone because my bones crack.
If I could count the amount of times I have tripped over those benches in the hallway at work lately, what is wrong with me? I can't sneak up on anybody either because I'm constantly banging into shit.
Same.
And yeah, the
I'd have
bones
been good though.
cracking.
Tiptoe through the window. Yeah. To be fair, the clip doesn't really play long enough, so I can't tell you if your voice was good or not. It's just like super fast.
Of course it is.
It's gonna be 3 a.m. tonight. I'm gonna lie awake because I'm awake with baby, and I'll be like tiptoe in my head.
Start singing it to her. Tiptoe.
Tiptoe. You know what? Actually, what song me and Ryan always sing to her, which I don't know why, is "Going to the Chapel Land." Where I don't know why.
Probably
That's our
because
song we sing.
it's a good like bouncing beat. I can see you bouncing her to that beat.
Going to the chapel. Okay. No, I swear to God, if I'm lying awake at 3 a.m., I'm going to text you and be like, I'm going to kill you, Jessica.
Oh, I would love to wake up to that. Please do.
All right.
Through the tulips with me.
But the problem is they always play that song with creepy material on social media, like ghostly material or scary things caught on camera. That's why it's 3 a.m. I don't want to be singing that song.
That's why it's in my head. Okay. Because I'm like, where would that have come from?
That's why.
Now I know.
Curse you. So Megan and Neve, they talk on the phone more and more. So they've upped their relationship to talking on the phone. She sent some pictures of this house she just bought. It's like a farmhouse. She said her neighbor got her 6 chickens as a housewarming gift. Abby got her a goat. She has horses that live there because the horses came with the house because the house has stables. So it's a really nice farmhouse for a 19-year-old girl.
Abby got her a goat with the money from her paintings.
Yeah. $7,000. She could have got her a couple goats, right?
Pish posh.
Be selfish, just one goat.
What's a goat?
Mm-hmm. And so now their messages are getting more flirty. She's always commenting on how handsome Neve is. They start calling each other babe.
Mm-hmm. And then the dick pics start flying before you know it. Please stop sending dick pics. Nobody wants to see that.
No. Here's the thing, though. I don't know. I don't think he did. Because, again, he's 24. She's 19. Which, again, I don't think it's a weird age gap at all. I really don't.
Yeah,
especially for early 2000s. No, and she's over 18. But they're like in a hotel room and they're talking about it. And I think at one point it seems like that she did tell him she's a virgin because he was making comments that it's a very he'd have to approach it cautiously, basically, if he was to like take her virginity, if him and Megan got together.
They were in a hotel room, or they were talking about getting a hotel room?
Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't very clear. His brother was filming him, like they were in a hotel room or in his bedroom talking about meeting. If he meets her in person, that he'd have to. She must have made the comment she's a virgin because they talked about like he is older. It just has to be cautious about it. He's not here to like scare her. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Tread lightly.
Yes, be that's a good way to put it. Yeah. So it sounds like in his head, they're going to meet in person, and this is where he's hoping it goes into a relationship. Right. So, and that's where he's at. And like I said, the messages are more flirty. And then later in August, Neve, Rel, and Henry, they're invited to make a dance film in Colorado, in Vail, Colorado. So Neve leaves a message for Megan and like she should come out and meet him, like her and her family should come out there because it's halfway between the two of them. But obviously that doesn't happen.
Red flag.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tiptoe.
So why they're... God damn it, woman. It's like... You should do this song with a little yellow flag, like, you know, with caution, tiptoe. So while they're in Vail, Colorado, you know what? You're going to be singing this song at 3 a.m. tonight. That is your punishment.
I sure am.
Singing at the devil's hour.
I'm going to sing it at the top of my lungs, too.
You can. I can't sing. You can sing. There's a difference, okay?
Let me get my megaphone.
There's a difference. Next to Tony, tiptoe.
Singing metal. Tiptoe. Through the meadow. The noise cancellation's gonna, you're not even gonna be able to hear that in the recordings.
Yeah, well,
when we whisper something, it like just silences us. It's like, shh, quiet.
Secret time. Nobody can hear it.
Can't
Okay.
win.
No.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Anyway.
Anywho, while they're in Vail, Colorado, so while they're still in Vail, Colorado, there's a clip in the documentary where Neve is on his computer and he's talking to Megan. And when he's being filmed, he's like, guys, like Megan is taking song requests right now. Like, what should I recommend for her to sing? And they recommend Tennessee Stud.
Song requests. Oh my God.
We know yours, okay?
I'm not going to do it.
So they recommend Tennessee Stud. And she sends a voice recording. I don't know that one either, but she sends like a voice recording of singing the song in like 20 minutes. And they're like, oh my gosh, she did that in 20 minutes. She's so talented. Like they go on and on. It's pretty impressive. And then they're like, well, let's hear more of her song. So then they go to Angela's Facebook page, and Angela's Facebook page has a link on it, and it's a website of Megan's songs. And so they click on the song called Downhill.
Don't know that.
And then I think they're, I don't know. So they Google the song Downhill. They type it into Google, and I forget what made them do that, but they did. So they type Downhill into Google, and then they find Downhill from a bunch of like different artists where the song actually ends up sounding just the same, are very similar to the song that claims to be Megan's song, the one that she sang.
Through the tulips, waving the flag.
Yeah. So now we're getting orange. So now I went from a yellow flag to an orange flag, right?
Yeah. It's getting real now.
Yeah. So they're like, huh, sounds very similar to Angela. But then they defend it. They're like, okay, so she covered someone else's song. People do it all the time. This is how people make careers. They, do cover songs. But you can see like their wheels turning in the documentary. Like, I don't know. That's a little too similar. Like if you and I did a song, they'd be like, that's two different bitches right there.
Yeah.
Like, one was like, oh my God, her voice sounds like an angel, where mine is like cats screaming. It's true. Like,
I wouldn't know. I haven't really heard you sing, so I don't know how you actually sing.
You just heard me sing Going to the Chapel. That's how I sing.
Doesn't sound like cats screaming.
Potato, potato. So, like I said, their wheels are turning. So what they do is they go to Megan's other songs and they find YouTube videos of other women singing these songs. And they're like, okay, that's weird.
And the flag has officially turned red.
A bit, almost. Yeah,
Almost.
because Neve, he's upset and he was like, well, this is weird. So he messages Megan and he asks her if she has an explanation for why the songs sound so similar. And she replies with, well, it's a cover song. They're supposed to sound similar. And Neve was like, okay, well, that's bullshit. And realizing everything kind of seems like it's bullshit now and everything is a lie. And he actually throws like a little hissy fit breakdown and he doesn't want to be a part of filming anymore because, one, it's almost like your heart's being broken for someone you don't know, right? Like you're clearly upset. You thought you would have a relationship with this person. You're like, why is she lying? Like this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And Henry and Rel are pushing him like, no. Let's just keep filming. Let's just see what happens. Like maybe you should, it's not a lie. This could be the truth,
Oh, they're all in.
Yeah, but I think it's more like they just want to see what happens because they can get good film material.
Yeah.
Where Neve is like, guy, I'm like hurt here. Like I feel so gullible. I'm an idiot. That's his feelings on it. Like, why do you want to keep filming me being an idiot?
Mm-hmm.
So I do feel for Neve on this. I really do.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially,
So
yeah, his little heart's getting broken.
so they go down the rabbit hole even more and they try to see what else is a lie. So they start with Googling where Abby said her paintings were. So they Googled a certain gallery that she said that she had her paintings at. And they find the building, and the building's been empty for 4 years. The building has been up for sale. And it wasn't
Dun
even an
dun
art gallery
dun.
at any point. Yeah, it wasn't even an art gallery at any point. And then he calls Angela. They talk on the phone, and Angela, she tells him that the paintings they had got a couple offers at the gallery. And he's like, "Oh, so you're saying that it was a success?" And she's like, "Yeah."
Oh, a big one.
Yeah, then the immediate they get the phone, he's like, "She's lying." He's like, "It's bullshit. Like I caught her in a lie. This. He's like, "Why am I so gullible? I'm so embarrassed." Like,
But he didn't
and
say anything to her. He just kind of
no.
let it play out to see what
How
happens.
how Neve handles this whole entire situation is amazing.
Okay.
Like he never became a bad person. He was so good. And I give him props for such a hard situation that he handled it like a true gentleman. He really did.
That's rare.
Um, yeah.
Especially the
So
level of
good for
patience that
him.
people have nowadays, which is
Hmm.
basically zero. It's pretty good.
Yeah. And again, Henry and Rel are just keep pushing him. Like, let's just keep seeing what happens. They're like, let's go to Michigan. Let's just go drive to Michigan
Let's
and
go
show up.
all the way, dudes. Let's go all the way.
Basically, they're just like, let's just go to Michigan. Let's just see who is who, who's lying. Let's just go. And Neve's like, okay.
Would
So
you?
when they're done with Colorado, if
Would
I
you have
had
done that?
money, part of me would want to. So when they're done with Colorado, that's what they do. They drive to Michigan. And even while they're driving to Michigan, Neve is talking to Megan on the phone. And she tells him that she's in Gladstone, and Gladstone's where her farm is, where she bought the farmhouse, and that she has to go there and stay there because one of her horses is going into labor. So she has to be there for it.
Her life is just exciting, and there's always something major going on.
Mm-hmm. So they arrive in Gladstone, and it's like 2:30 in the morning. And Neve's like, let's just drive by the farmhouse. I can't just go to the hotel and go to sleep. That's not happening. Let's just drive by the farmhouse and see what we see. And so they drive by the farmhouse. They stop at the mailbox. And Neve opens the mailbox and he finds postcards that he has sent to her in the mailbox. And they have like the please return to proper address in the mailbox. So,
Oh boy. Here we go.
mm-hmm. And he's like, these are mine. I just feel so bad
So
for him. Just he's,
I know you're going to get there, but does that mean that this is an abandoned home or is this somebody else's home?
well,
Look
they
at that.
drive up, quote, Megan's driveway. It's completely empty. There's no horses there. There's no animals. It's empty. Like,
No
okay,
horse in
well.
labor.
So they find a hotel for the night, and Neve says he will read all the juicy messages between them since they'll be meeting, quote, meeting her the next day. So he does. He's like reading their sexting text messages, and it's very cringy.
And if I remember
It,
correctly, you were saying that he needs to up his game.
he does. Like it's just I maybe he's like tiptoe because she's so young. She is 19, or maybe that's just
Maybe.
Neve. It's barely PG-13
Oh.
sexting, and he's like I said to you, he's embarrassed, so he's like he throws the sheets over him and he hides underneath, and he's like still reading the text messages because like he knows they're cringy, but it's so funny.
Oh, I'd be
Um,
embarrassed too. Like, oh, geez, I could have done so much better than this.
it's more like it was something like, I'm
I
gonna get
want to.
behind you, I'm gonna kiss your neck.
I was gonna say I'm gonna stick my toe in your belly button.
That's just weird. That's not even, I don't know what you send to people, but it was just
Not
like,
that.
it's just like, I'm gonna get
Oh,
behind you and I'm gonna like kiss the back of your neck.
that's
And I'm
kind of
just like, listen,
cute. That's cute.
uh, yeah, but it's like, if I'm gonna get behind you, send me something like X-rated, okay? Not, I'm
Well,
gonna kiss your neck. Let's go X-rated. Come on.
so it never built from there because I could see that being all right if
It
that's
didn't
where you
build. It didn't
begin.
build very far. No, it didn't go
Oh,
very far. And
like
he
if that
probably
was the
didn't have
starter, cute.
that. No, that probably ended right there. He also probably didn't read all of them because maybe they got more R-rated. I don't know. And also,
Yeah,
I remember when I
hopefully.
got to this point last time. Neve, why you got a tramp stamp? Remember, he's got this humongous tramp stamp. Like,
Did he send a pic of it?
no, he's like in his underwear, and he gets up from the bed like to go to his computer, and it's just like, it's like this big of a tramp stamp.
Oh
Eh,
no. Oh, but why?
I'm gonna see if I can Google it. Hold
Why,
on.
Neve?
I don't. I'm not here
What?
to make fun of you. I just want to know why.
I am. Was it a drunken mistake?
Oh, no, no.
No, I'm not seriously making fun of you.
I just want to know why.
I was going to say that's
Oh,
something
thank
that he
God.
probably got so much shit for it. But that's something that like women our age regret doing when they were in their
Can you
teens.
see that?
No,
All right, I'm
it
gonna
just looks
send it
like a
to you. You have
glare.
your phone
Yeah.
on you?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna send it right now.
But yeah, like anytime, because it comes up a lot in massages if there's a chick that you're working on and she's got a tramp stamp. And typically they're 30s, 40s, and they did that when they were very young and they all regret it. Like they all have to say something about why they did it and how much they regret it because they're embarrassed to have it.
I mean, the things I've seen written on people's low backs, I'm not gonna call anybody out. You see it?
I'm pulling it up now. Oh, that's not as bad as I thought. I don't know why I was thinking it would have been like swirly flowers or something.
Girl, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
As you can see, after he got it removed because he probably got made fun of.
Yeah, if it was any lower, it'd look like a bullseye, if you know what I'm saying. It's just not a good design for that area.
No. So I just want to know what made you do it, Neve. That's all.
Yeah. Were you
I just
drunk?
want to know. I'm just curious.
Did you lose a bet? Did you wake
Okay.
up like this?
Anyway. Oh god.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
That's never happened to me. I've never woke up with a tattoo I didn't know was there. So doing
Did
something
you
right.
did you ever wake up with anything that wasn't supposed to be there?
No, you.
No, but that would make a really great episode.
Like, dude, where's my car? Have to retrace the whole entire night.
I've got some stories, but that's probably not for this podcast.
Maybe that's for Patreon.
Maybe Patreon After Dark,
Where we talk about things.
where we talk about different kinds of weird things.
Ayo.
Oh, red flags. Tiptoe through the meadow.
Patreon.com/weeklybazaar. It's $5 a month. That's it. Come on. Okay. So the next
Nice plug.
day. Ayo. The next day, they show up at Angela's house. Angela opens the door. Horror movie. And as you can guess, obviously Angela does not look like her picture, and neither does Vince.
Wait a minute. Okay, so this is actually a little different than I expected because I only expected one person to be doing all this.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Um, so Angela does have really long hair. She's just middle aged, and she looks like she's middle aged, and she's heavier set than her Facebook picture. Well, Angela and Vince comes out of nowhere. Angela is one that opens the door, and I don't know where Vince came from. Outside, I don't know where he came from, but there's Vince. So Angela is married to a Vince. Vince is also looks different, where he's middle aged, heavier set, not the attractive pictures that are on the profiles, basically. But surprisingly, Angela is very happy that they showed up, and she gives like Neve this really long, awkward hug, and it goes on for like ever. Where Neve is just probably like, "Do I let go now? Like this is weird." And then Neve asks where Megan is. Like, "Hey, is Megan here?" And she's like, "No, Megan's out in Gladstone. She's all the way out in Gladstone right now." And she
Mm-hmm.
kind of like changes the subject and was like, "You want to come inside?" And like Neve has like all these gifts for her. He like piles her up with all these gifts, and she's like, "Yeah, come inside. Megan's out in Gladstone right now. I don't even know if I'm saying Gladstone right, but just another city in Michigan." Angela tells him that she has uterine cancer, so she just found out, and so she had to start chemo last week. And there's like, "Oh, we're really sorry to hear that." And then when they go inside, you meet Vince's two sons. They're twin sons, and they're very mentally disabled.
Oh.
Like extremely. It's really sad. And they're like, "Well, where's Abby?" And she tells them that Abby is at a friend's beach house right now. Let me call her. And she calls Megan, and Megan's not answering her phone
Beach house. So this
either.
is this close to the Great Lakes, apparently?
I don't know where these cities are in Michigan,
Yeah.
but she says beach house, and then it is next to a beach later. So Angela tells the boys, she's like, "Okay, I'll drive you to where Abby is. Megan's not answering her phone. I'll just drive you to Abby's friend's house. We'll just go over there." And there is an 8-year-old Abby. She drives them to this beach house. There is Abby. But when Abby's like by herself, Neve asks her, he's like, "Hey, Abby, do you see your older sister, Megan?" And she's like, "No, I never see her. I don't even know where she lives. I don't even know what she looks like anymore." He
Hmm.
was like, "Oh, okay." And so then he starts like asking about her paintings that she does. And then like Abby's like, "You're confusing me." Like she doesn't know what he's talking about really. Cause she's like, "You're confusing me." And he's basically like, "Well, if that isn't a confession, then I don't know what is, right?" So yeah, he spends the day with him at the beach. Like they're just having a great time hanging out at the beach.
He's patient.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And then when they're leaving, they're like, "Okay, we'll see you later for dinner. We'll meet up later for dinner." And then Angela gets really weird, where she's just like, she's afraid he won't show up. Like she's sad he's leaving. He's like, "No, we'll see you later. It's okay." And she's just like afraid that, yeah. And so basically, when Neve gets in the car with Henry and Rao, they're just like, "Dude, she's in love with you." They're like, "Did you see how she was acting? This woman's in love with you." And this is the point where Neve is like, "Okay, so Angela has to be Megan."
See, I
And then he
thought
get
I thought Angela was going to be everybody. Like I didn't think that there would actually be a little girl and a husband and all that. I thought it was going to be like one dude doing all this. Guess I was wrong.
well, they go to dinner. It seems like they have a good time at dinner. So then the next day, when Neve wakes up, he has these messages from Megan that say, "Are you seriously at my mom's? Stay there. I'm coming over."
Okay.
And then he later gets two more texts from Megan that say, quote, "I can't come home, Neve. I came here with Alex to get help." Remember her brother?
Mm-hmm.
I have a drinking problem and it's serious. By now, you know my mom is very ill and I can't continue to do this to her, and neither can Alex. I have my farm up for sale. I just couldn't handle it. I'm sorry I've disappointed you.
This is
And he had Neve.
sad.
I know, but Neve is like, ooh, she's good.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you get on Facebook, he gets on Facebook and it's like, Alex has, like, checked in Megan to whatever the rehab place was. It's like making it online and legit and stuff. And he's just like, she's
Dang.
good. It's almost like a respect thing because they're like, damn, okay, she's good. She's backing up and, cleaning
Wow.
up her messes, whatever. So later that day, Neve goes with Angela to watch Abby ride horses. And so it's just Angela and Neve down by the fence watching Abby ride these horses. And he's basically like, hey, I think we need to talk. I think we need to clear things up. I think you know what's going on. Like, Megan's not real, all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I do have a daughter, Megan. She is 19 and she is in rehab. She's been there for 4 months, and that's the only truth. And so she basically kind of breaks down, like, I'm so sorry, like, I hurt you and all this stuff like that. But she seems very genuine about it the rest of the documentary. So Angela confesses to making up 15 fake profiles.
Damn.
And she is the one that is the painter.
Of course she is.
And she doesn't know the girl in the picture that she used for Megan's photos, but that person is Amy Gonzalez, who actually is a professional model and photographer who lives in Vancouver, Washington, with 2 children. And so they did compensate Gonzalez for her involuntary appearance in Catfish, so she did participate publicity of the film. So Angela and Vince, they are married, and they have been together for over 10 years. So Abby is their only child. So his twin sons were from a previous marriage.
Okay. Yikes.
And yeah, Angela has 3 phones. So she has her phone, she has Megan's phone, and then she has the home phone. And what she told Vince was that Neve is a primary customer of hers and he appreciates her artwork. So he has given her this opportunity of a lifetime. So he's the one giving her all this money for these paintings, even though there's no money coming in, nothing like that. So this is how Vince does know about Neve, but in a different than what
Jeez. How did she keep all this shit straight? This is a big web.
he
Big
asked
web
her
of
that.
lies.
And she said, luckily in Facebook, she never deleted anything. So she could go back and look at the conversation she was having with all the different people. So that's how she remembered.
Wow.
And she told Neve that she kept lying to him because she didn't want to lose their friendship. And a lot of the personalities she made up were fragments of herself, like what she used to be or wanted to be. And then when she first met Vince's boys, she knew that she was making a sacrifice with her life, and she just basically didn't realize the cost. And there are things she said she will resent the rest of her life, and then she resigned from her career, so she gave up a lot of herself. It's really sad because, like I said, his sons are very mentally disabled,
Mm-hmm.
and one has to be fed like through a feeding tube.
Mm.
And then you see her helping take care of him, and she shoots like medicine into his feeding tube to help calm him down because his way of self-soothing himself, he slaps himself in the face.
Okay.
So I can see where that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
By doing this catfishing helps her escape into a different world. Not
Mm-hmm.
so much world, it allows her to be the person she wanted to be in the first place, if that makes sense.
It does, yeah.
Like, I feel sorry for her
I do too.
because if you watch the documentary, she's not a malicious person at all. She's a very kind woman. And like the minute he asked her, like, we need to talk about it, she's like, okay, I'll tell you what you want to know, and I'm so sorry I lied to you. And she just comes out with like all the truth. So,
Yeah.
but this was her
Sad.
perspective of why she did what she did. And then they tell Vince what she said, like what I just told you. They told Vince what she said. And he says, yeah, she's expressed these concerns to me. And he asks her like all the time, he's like, what do you want? Because you can't have everything you want, which I don't really believe that. But he's like, you
Mm-hmm.
got to pick something. You can't have everything. And she says she wants the family, she wants stability, so she picks her family, basically. And Vince talking with Neve, he says, when live cod were shipped to Asia from North America, the fish's inactivity in their tanks resulted in only mushy flesh reaching the destination. So fishermen found that putting catfish in the tanks with the cod kept them active and thus ensured the quality of the fish. So Vince then states that his wife Angela acts as a catfish, keeping the lives of those around her interesting. And so the title of the film is based on that dialogue, and that's where the term catfish comes from.
Clever.
And Angela does not have cancer,
Well,
which
that's
I
good.
I know, but I don't like when people lie about that.
I don't either. That's not okay.
And after the documentary on October 11th, 2008, Ronald, one of Vince's twins, passed away. And Angela deactivated her other profiles. She changed her Facebook profile to a picture of herself. And she now has a website promoting herself as an artist. And Neve and Angela are still Facebook friends.
Wow. Well, he sounds like the kind of person who would sympathize, I think, with her situation.
Yeah, and like I said, he handled the thing like a pro.
Sure did.
He never got shitty with her. It was just more like, like what's going on? Where was your mind?
Mm-hmm.
Because he sees that she's not a malicious person. And the film was a critical and commercial success. That's where I said it led to MTV reality TV series Catfish, the TV show. And the film is credited with coining the term catfish. And for those that have not watched it, the series is similar to the idea of the documentary, but instead focuses on the lives of others who have been entangled in an online relationship with another person. And it premiered on November 12th, 2012. And that's Catfish, the documentary.
Well, kudos to Neve. He did good. I don't know. I don't know how I would handle a situation like that. I guess I'd have to be in it to really like it, especially, I mean, I've kind of been in it like my story earlier, but like if it was directed at me, I don't know how I would handle it.
Well, yeah, and remember that was over the course of 9 months.
Yeah, true. Well, hopefully Neve found love after that.
I Googled it. He's married, has 3 children now.
There you go. Worked out. What would you
So
guys do? Would you have the patience that Neve did? I don't know. I don't know how many
I would
people
love to
would.
hear catfishing stories.
If you have any, email us at weeklybazaarpodcast@gmail.com. If you want us to tell them or talk about it, we can.
I mean, you were right though. She was the person doing all the catfishing the people. So like she was like, Alex, Megan, Abby, Vince, like she was pretending to be all of them, and then other people, like she made up profiles and would comment on like Megan's picture or something, or like something like that. So like she was busy girl.
She was. It's like a job.
Yeah, because she'd be like, this person has like 2 sisters, this person has like a brother. Like she made up stories for them too.
Yeah. Busy, busy lady.
Yeah, I feel sorry for her.
I do too, in a weird way. I feel sorry for Neve too, but again, it sounds like it worked out for him, so all is good.
We made a TV show out of it. Um, but if you watch a documentary and you actually see her and how it's approached, you'll feel more sorry for her. And there's people like, no, she lied. You shouldn't feel sorry for someone like that deceived. But
Yeah. I feel like any empath would probably feel sorry for her.
yeah. And I'm like, you're a good artist, so why not you just send You could have just done it yourself and then sent it to him directly and not just pretend to be your daughter.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she would. Well, I don't know. She sounded overwhelmed and lonely and whatever else, so I get it, kind of. But yeah, why not just get the attention that you're looking for through your art, especially if you said it was good?
Mm-hmm.
Lesson learned. Sounds like that's what she ultimately did. So, well, guys, thank you all so much for being here again for another week of shenanigans and singing and tomfoolery. That's made me sound so old. Tomfoolery. You can find us. Yeah. We all know what you think. You know, I'm an old crone over here. It's fine. But you can find us on all the social medias, Weekly Bazaar Podcast. You can email us at weeklybazaarpodcast@gmail.com. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/weeklybazaar, $5 a month. Who knows? Maybe you'll get some stories of another flavor. And remember, if it's weird,
we're going to talk about it.
Bye.
Bye.
Tiptoe.
Through the window.
That's where I'll be.